So big shout out as we now see Westy using that harpoon gun to harpoon some loot into his box. Heads up play. That, of course, is a new thing with Chapter 2. The harpoon gun, the fishing pole. You can actually grab some loot from far range. You can go fishing. A lot of really cool things happening in Fortnite this year.
Yeah, we can see a lot of big changes since Chapter 2 right now. I think Storm Surge might be after something these players have to start worrying about. I think I saw 66 in the feed there. Storm Surge warning should come out pretty soon. Whether we actually see it come into effect, though, some of these players need to start changing up their game plan. But what I'm seeing is the opposite of what you normally see. Normally, at a LAN event, you see them start out very scared, very passive, very safe. And then when you get towards those final games, to try and get those big elimination games, big point games, you go a lot more aggressive. Maybe these players realizing that Storm Surge is now going to start becoming more of an issue, they'll try and go for a few more tags. Zora, one of the favorites for today in my eye, on one elimination. Let's see if he can come back in a big way. He's going to have to.
Zora, I know you did have a lot of appreciation and respect for coming in. Got eliminated early in match number 1. I'm sure he would have liked to have a different result there, but we'll see how Zora is able to bounce back. I believe Zora is one of our Kiwi players, New Zealand players, I believe. I
don't focus too much on the NZ versus AU because it gets a little bit touchy when you do it here as well. So I just do OC as a region. I think we're already such a small, underrepresented region. I don't want to then, I don't want to split it again.
I know, generally speaking, it's a clear differentiation in this area.
Oh, yes.
Fortnite, not so much.
Look at Muselk, though. We talked about earlier. We need to defend Muselk a little bit. I think he's been copying it from our host, Ben, today.
Yeah.
The Muselk puts himself in a beautiful position on the high ground, rocking the fish skin, maybe channeling his inner Benji Fishy.
And I think Ben also said, Ben Green, that 81st was his placement. Is your number your placement now in this? Is that how it works?
Yes, no, I believe that's seat number there at the moment. I mean, if it was placement number, that would help a lot. But I believe it's his seat number right now.
Ben said he was
so now the kids know where he is.
Maybe it's a coincidence.
No, they now know where he's sitting if they want to yell out to him as well.
Indeed.
So we have Goobos and Cease on the edge.
What's interesting about that is I actually had a conversation with Muselk, which was the funniest thing in the world. During Game 2, I ran to the restroom as the game started, came out and saw Muselk in the tunnel. I'm like, dude, aren't you supposed to be playing? He got eliminated by Trap pretty early on. We talked about it. He said, I think I'm going to start 50-50 people. And I said, okay, well, maybe you want to try and just land and make it to late game because you're probably more likely to pick an elimination if you try and survive to late game versus trying to 50-50 a pro players.
Yeah, maybe.
Personal thoughts of advice, and he actually looks like he took that advice because he's playing for late game now.
Look at Yuko, we got Coach Fallout in here as well. So the only problem is he's in a great position until that zone pulled very far away though. He has to move pretty far west now, see if he can find his way in. Using these old builds though, he's showing some competitive intelligence here for sure. Using these old builds to rotate. He has no way of getting his own rotation now, so he has to just walk. He's going to farm some mats up as well, use the extra time he has. Needs to prioritize that rotate. We're on 4th zone now, 36 seconds till it starts to close in, 63 alive.
He's going to find actually Cat, his fellow Australian New Zealand player. OCE, Oceania is how we refer to the entire region, which of course we're trying to stay unified as a region to promote the growth. Muselk's going to spot one, stay sneaky here. I'm going to whisper, I don't know why, but I am. And I don't know what happened. Muselk.
We'll have to watch the feed. We'll see how it goes. We're now tuning into Luda, though, and Jesse. This is a big fight now, though. Luda, one of the leaders right now, going against Jesse, last year's winner. This could be an insane fight right now. I don't think they're in zone either. They were more towards that western edge with Weeping. See how it goes. We didn't see Muselk go down so far. I don't think we can see the feed from this angle. Alice rolling up, though, as well. And then you see Slayer there. That's the problem. Trying to get eliminations. This end game, you have to take box fights like this. Box up next to him. Take the fight so you're secure from all angles around you. You don't want to get shot from a distance or third party, which we've seen as a theme for today. There's the Storm Surge I was talking about. 62 below. Then you start doing some more damage. Look at Desire, though. On the top side of your screen, he's on 25 and there. Oh, no, he gets a snipe. What? Desire picked up that elimination on Luda. Luda goes down just like that, and Desire picks up the 50 health from the Cypher.
I told you he put his aim practice in today. He is not missing snipe shots. That is a crucial shot because he only had 40 HP to his name total, and that was all shield. So great job by Desire. Picked up an elimination in Cypher to follow. He's rewarded, and he's not done yet. Cypher, Desire now, gonna loot up, get some shield. That is massive. 784 damage above the damage threshold. He is putting in absolute work right now.
He's doing some serious damage, and out of all the damage we've seen, though, that's his first point. So how much damage we've seen him do, that's his first elimination to reward him for it, though. But it was in a big way, and it's gonna turn this tournament on its head with Luda going down, Jesse now having to fight Alice. I think they both pushed in for the loot there, and with so little rotation in the game right now, you need to pick up the mats on the eliminations. You do get Jesse only 28 above Storm Surge, though. He needs to take the spike, goes around with the right-hand peek with the edit, and now he's stuck in his own box. Alice trying to get in, but the shots come out, 22 health, has the flobs in the mini if he has time to get them off.
He does. Looks like Alice can heal up a little bit. Still can't believe Desire went from such a bad situation to a great situation. So I wonder if Desire's going to try and third-party this. He's so close to that fight. Instead, he's just going to rotate and play for late game. Going to get tagged up by Zora, though.
Zora's been getting Storm Surge tags, so Zora's trying to go aggressive right now. That shotgun shot, see how you see the purple lightning bolt or pink lightning bolt coming out? He's taking 10 damage every second until he does enough damage to get above that threshold. I told you this game they're playing a lot more safe. That is the risk. If you play safe and you don't deal damage, you then have to deal with Storm Surge.
We mentioned how aggressive the Australian region is, but the X2 Twins are kind of the exception to that rule. They typically like to play passive and play for late game. That's why we saw Jesse below the threshold, ended up getting above that threshold with some good shots on Alice. Alice lived to see another day. Other players, TSM Zexro from Long Island, flew all the way over from Virginia, currently living in Virginia, to be close to that.
Flew in yesterday and then played a trio pro-am and is now playing the solo. So we'll see how he plays out. Jesse getting shot hard here. He's rotating and he has the meds, he has the shields, has the material. So if he can survive here, he's looking good. Half zone pulls towards that southeast edge and he needs to get into it.
Another player still alive here we saw is Epic Whale. Epic Whale and Benji were two players I saw when you posted on Twitter about predictions. Everyone was putting these two in their top 3. We haven't seen them place top 3 yet. I'm excited to see if Epic Whale and Benji Fish can live up to those high expectations. Two amazing players.
Definitely. I saw Saf up there. Someone else has a lot of expectation on him right on top of that tower. Look at him up there. He has full control. And Musel in a beautiful position again. 100 health, 100 shield in the zone on high ground. He's doing so well right now.
He has 2 eliminations.
Yeah, he's popping
off.
off.
Doubled his expectations. He wanted 1 elimination in 6 games. He has 2 in this game alone. Let's get some energy in the crowd for Musel. He needs it.
He's showing up in a big way. Let's go. He's doing really well today. A lot of people counting him out. He's holding up well. They do seriously well. Obviously, king of the meme strats. This doesn't look like very memey to me. This looks like a solid strategy. This is where any player in this lobby would want to be right now. Get a great shot coming through here. We see Jesse taking some serious damage again, though. He just can't find his way into these zones. He's got the shields, but he's going through them quickly. That's pretty much it now. He's going to have 1 big pot to his name and only 43 health.
Yep, tough situation. Musel gets hitting snipes from across the map here. He's not done yet. He is showing up in a big way here in game number 3. We'll see if he can continue to roll as he's now just letting him rip. Barely misses that one on Parpy.
You were talking about Zexo earlier, he goes down in the feed. Link taking down Twiz, OCE World Cup players taking down each other. See how they go. We see this bottom left side. See Zone starts pulling towards Nyrox. He's used his competitive experience to go front side of Zone. Cypher taking down Sosman as well, a World Cup solo player. Storm Surge might come out again. These players need to do some serious damage quickly.
Yep, Jax just picked up 1. Elevate going to get taken down as well. So another disappointing finish for Elevate. Jesse gets tagged from behind here. We currently see Musel sitting in Storm, healing up as fast as he can. Needs to rotate as quick as he can. He's going to barely survive. Another flopper should be just fine. Meanwhile, Jesse really tagged up in a tough spot. The action is going to break down here, and look how far that rotation is to the circle from some of these players.
Jesse's got to try and get some damage in here. He needs to get forward. Airwax, I believe, is the player that's holding him out, but there's so many people here I can't tell. No, it's Sync. It's one of his fellow OC players holding him down. The RPG comes out and takes him out. H-King rotating front side of zone, and Musel tarping on the high ground. You talked about high ground not being a huge advantage, but Musel using it in a big way, making it to rotating zones in one of the most stacked solo tournaments we've seen. Cease taking down Will, Jax taking down Christ. We've got so many names going down now. Epic Whale player you were looking for just goes down the feed as Musel trying to find his way in. No! Goes down to Storm, unfortunately. Nyrox going down 2 now.
And look at the kill feed at the top left of your screen right now. On board with Worthy. Worthy with high ground in a good spot, but getting tagged up. The circle's going to flank now. On aimbot gets a good shot in.
It's the flopper play I was talking about. He takes the high ground late with the floppers.
Yeah, exactly right. Now there's only 7 players left in this lobby. A lot of Australian players still left. Volks is one of them, raised by Kings. Volks trying to do his thing. 3 players in the Storm. Volks probably in the best position to win this game. We'll see if he can close it out. But it is going to be H-King with rockets from high ground.
H-King trying to close one out. He's up there as well. The shots come out from behind. Someone taking high ground late off him. He has no materials. He's dropping down. Needs to find this elimination. To use the mini and Storm. He's taking a fair bit of Storm damage though. Volks is just in front of him. Trying to find his way in. The shots come out. He can't even see who's doing it. It's Worthy. It's OC on OC. Worthy trying to finish it off on Volks. He's just in front of him. He can't get it. There's someone still alive, I believe, higher up. He is back in Storm. We haven't got eyes on him. It's Rory.
Japan's very own Rory. He's going to try and drop the floor underneath him. Currently going to be able to finally do it. Worthy versus Rory in a 1 versus 1. How epic is this? Australia versus Japan. Rory's going to get RPG'd, trying to survive with high ground. Has a great amount of mats to his name as well.
He's got 6 floppers too. He can take a fair bit of Storm if he has to. With those mats and that high ground, he can hold it. There is nothing Worthy can do to get him down, but Worthy has 7 materials, takes the shots though, lasers him as he falls down. The shots come out. He needs to break this tarp right now. Rory has all the advantage on the high ground, but Worthy's not looking like he does. He's doing the best. He knocks him out again. Rory shoots and catches himself. These are 2 of the best players I've ever seen.
And you got to think Worthy is in a pretty tough situation here. Rory should be able to close this one out, but Worthy is going to put some damage on Rory, who keeps healing up, and there you have it. Rory comes out on top. What an epic 1 versus 1 fight to close that out. Congratulations to Japan's Rory.
He's got 15 points there. We know 10 is how many you get for the Victory Royale, so he has 10 points plus the 2 eliminations. So he went from 3 points in the first 2 to now 12 in the final. See how he goes with this one. Sorry, 13. So see how he closes this one out. That was an insane game. Japan coming out on top in a big way. See if they can find out how they go.
Aussie, I have a note on my notepad here as a talking point that I wanted to chat with you if we had time about our standings. Europe was in first, North America was in third, and the rest was Australia and New Zealand. The key point coming into this, where's Asia? Now, Rory comes out on top and shakes things up quite significantly. Again, much like the Australian Open tennis matches, this is a global affair as we now have Asia in the mix.